Ahoy Mateys! We're in San Diego today in search for pirates, ghost ships, shipwrecks, smugglers' caves, and of course, gotta get the booty. Well, the treasure kind. All in all, we have 5 stops on this pirate-themed itinerary, and 1 bonus stop at the end you Goonie lovers will especially love. This is a Pirate's Guide to San Diego. Stop 1 is the Maritime Museum on the San Diego Bay. Established in 1948, the Maritime Museum has one of the largest collections of sea vessels in the United States, including the Star of India, the world's oldest iron-hulled merchant ship still sailing today. There's also the Gold Rush era schooner, the Californian, the HMS Surprise, which has been featured in blockbuster films including Master and Commander and Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. But what we're here to see is the San Salvador, a 16th century galleon ship built as an exact replica of the ship sailed by Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo in 1542 when he first sailed into San Diego. Now, since the San Salvador is a galleon ship, which is the same type of ship as the Jolly Roger or Black Pearl, it's like walking onto a pirate ship. And indeed, at various times throughout the year, the Maritime Museum hosts a 90-minute pirate cruise called Boarded, a Pirate Adventure.
You step aboard this ship, you are going to become part of the crew. That means you'll be swabbing the deck. We're going to have to teach you how to defend the ship by teaching you how to sword fight. We might even find some treasure, you never know. Rescue it from the ocean.
And if you have a taste for rum, the Maritime Museum hosts periodic pirate-themed exhibits like rum, sailors, pirates, and prohibition.
Drink up, me hearty Joe.
About a mile south of the Maritime Museum is stop number 2, the historic landmark La Punta de los Muertos, or Dead Man's Point. It's an ominous name for an ominous event that happened here more than 250 years ago. In 1769, 2 Spanish expedition ships, the San Antonio and the San Carlos, arrived like ghost ships into the San Diego Bay. Stricken with scurvy, the crews were decimated by disease. The surviving sailors brought their dead ashore and buried them here.
Land ho!
Carl, stop it!
Nowadays, Dead Man's Point has a happier vibe. Renamed Seaport Village, it's now a shopping district that includes restaurants, baristas, a carousel, and various shops like the Captain's Cove. If you're a pirate, chances are smuggling is a big part of your job. And that's what brings us to stop number 3, Sonny Jim's Sea Cave, sometimes called Smuggler's Cave. The Sonny Jim's Sea Cave was built in 1902 by German mining engineer Gustav Schultz, who hired 2 workers to dig the tunnel to the cave. The largest of La Jolla's 7 sea caves, Sonny Jim's was the only cave accessible without a boat and became an instant attraction. But was there a more sinister purpose for the sea cave?
I'll be asking the questions around here.
During the Prohibition years in the 1920s, it was rumored that the sea cave had become a pirate smuggling route and a path for bootleggers. When you walk down the 140 steps and see the cave open to the sea beyond, it's easy to imagine you're walking into the scene of a pirate movie. And indeed, many pirate TV shows and movies have been filmed here, most famously the 1949 feature film Neptune's Daughter. What pirate story would be complete without a shipwreck and buried treasure? Stop 4 is Shipwreck Beach here on Coronado Island at the site of shipwrecked gambling vessel the SS Monte Carlo. The SS Monte Carlo was a pirate's dream, a haven for gambling, prostitution, and alcohol consumption.
Make way for
And being moored several miles offshore, was able to evade California's jurisdiction. With its popularity, the ship brought in $3 million a year. Then came the pirates. In 1935, 4 masked men boarded the ship and stole over $30,000 in silver, jewelry, and currency. To this day, it's considered one of the largest acts of piracy on the West Coast. Fatally, during a winter storm in 1936, 15-foot swells broke the ship loose from its moorings, where it drifted and crashed onto the beach on Coronado Island.
Land ho! I said stop it!
Now, most of the time the shipwreck is buried under the sand, but at extreme low tides and during large storms, the ship emerges again.
A shipwreck from the 1930s visible in Coronado today. The SS Monte Carlo normally sits beneath the sand, but every so often the waves make the ship visible for people to see.
In the years since, treasure diggers have come here looking for buried treasures that may have washed out of the ship and buried on the shore. We spent the afternoon on the beach and didn't find any.
Not all treasure is silver and gold, mate.
Before we move on to Stop 5, don't forget to stick around for the Goonies bonus stop at the end. And if you're enjoying this video, please like and consider subscribing to see all our upcoming content. Now we're going to end this tour where we began it, at stop number 5, the Maritime Museum. But this time it's not to see the ships, it's to sail a ship. After all, if a pirate's life is a life at sea, then the Maritime Museum has the best ways to get your sea legs. There's a short 45-minute historical bay cruise, a 4-hour tall ship tour on the schooner Californian, and even overnight voyages to the Catalina Islands. We originally planned the tall ship cruise on the Californian but missed embarkation due to crazy parking issues. Side tip, if you go to the marina and can't find street parking, use the parking across the street under the marina park. Not to worry though, we were able to book a 45-minute cruise on the SD Harbor Pilot and get a tour of the bay. The wind was blowing, the sea was choppy, and it was amazing to be out on the same bay that was discovered by Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo nearly 500 years ago. You also get to go under the Coronado Bridge and enjoy beautiful views of the city. If you have time, I really recommend the tall ship tour to get an idea of life at sea. On the tour, guests get to see how seamen lived, ate, worked, conducted battle, and passed the time. Congratulations! Since you've stuck around to this point in the video, you've unlocked the Goonies bonus stop. The only caveat is this stop isn't technically in San Diego. It's in San Clemente in South Orange County. But if you're a big fan of the Goonies and like good drinks, it's worth the trip. As you know, the Inferno was the name of the pirate ship the Goonies discovered containing the treasure of One-Eyed Willie.
One-Eyed Willie.
This is the Lost Inferno Speakeasy. When you walk into the pub, it's like you're walking into the sea cave where the Lost Inferno was hidden all those years. The drink menu is full of Goonie-inspired drinks, like the Truffle Shuffle, the One-Eyed Willie, and the Blue Astoria. And of course, they offer a large selection of rum and other spirits. And on select evenings, they even host a magic show, which gets great reviews. I want to thank you for checking out this video. Please feel welcome to subscribe and come back to this channel anytime to see our new content. Till next time, stay safe and remember, a full life is a life full of recreation.